It's a tradition that stretches back to 1934, and today we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit as we kick off the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration with a first of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day, and it is a classic. The Packers and the Lions on EA Sports. On the visiting sideline, there you see Packer head coach Matt LaFleur. His team 5 wins over their last 7 games. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys ready to get things started here on Thanksgiving. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And the Packers first down.
Play action this time with Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Musgrave. Out of bounds just past midfield.
Love looking to throw it. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A gain of a yard.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
And it's fourth down.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, incomplete. Keyshawn Nixon on the coverage.
Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They need 2. Here's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Taken down at the 50-yard line.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 53 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44.
That's a gain of 6.
The This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Love will sneak it. And he's going to have a Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Packers.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Love now. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
1st and 10.
Our game here, the first of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day, and maybe more importantly for all of us at EA Sports, it kicks off the NFL's honoring of our namesake, John Madden. They've dubbed this the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration. Coach, of course, called so many of these Thanksgiving Day games in Detroit, also in Dallas, 20 in all. And his love of football and family and turducken, it really shined through. So Charles and I happy to try as best we can to carry on the tradition here on this great American holiday. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking for right, and he finds him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play?
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Jack Fox.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense set to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now a second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Throwing, Love. A short throw to Musgrave. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Love. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Lions' 8-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They go with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score. Packers.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun. Gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah, I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw now, here's Love.
33-yard line.
And his throw here's incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. On the RPO, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Touchdown,
Romeo Doubs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Montgomery. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now it's Goff. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Love. That's taken in by Golden. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Love from the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
3 plays and out.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. A nice little juke. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Gall.
13-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Gall. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
12 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-ra St. Brown punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And he returns this to the 22. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second down and a yard. Firing quickly out wide is Love.
It's a gain of a yard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Wyatt on the tackle. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now gone.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw is gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Staying on his feet. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's now
on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Bates' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Right side to Watson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Third down.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Throwing. Love. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The offense has started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, you're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it down this time to 17. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
17-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
Packers.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Alexander on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3.
Love, they go play action now. That's complete to Wicks. Breaks the tackle, now with Alley. Still going. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
First down. First and goal, Green Bay.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. Handful of carries last time out there. Finished it off, Charles, with a short touchdown run.
Yeah, and that's pretty nice for him to be able to do that because normally where they were on the field, it's going to take some muscle to get in there, right? It's going to take some power because things are so stacked up, well blocked, and he was able to get into the end zone somewhat safely.
Yeah, that's the thing. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameer Gibbs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions have moved out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Packers 17.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Sheds off the tackle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, Love to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
That's good for the Packers.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Breaks through the contact. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Quay Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They go bootleg. Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A 4 receiver set here on 3rd down. They're going to spread the field and make you play sideline to sideline, make you defend every blade of grass. Good spacing there offensively as they get the completion and the 1st down.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
To Josh Jacobs. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
To the air again. Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Now McManus for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Packers 31.
So that drive goes 8 plays.
24.
And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Green Bay.
Oh, good move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Goff now to throw. Throw caught by Raymond.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Play fake. Here's Love.
First down.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's a gain of
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Here's second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
A gain of 24 yards.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First down. First and 10.
Now it's gone. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They work now on second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. From the 17, here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Love now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It's fielded at the 45. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A little juke.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1.
Brings up second and 1 at the Packers' 41-yard
St. Brown
line.
motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on
Heavy
the play.
set out there
It's
on
now
third and 1.
And less than a yard.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to have the Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on third and 1.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football.
The quarterback forced out of
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Gary, out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard
From the gun, here's Goff.
Second and 7.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a third and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stack him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, 81 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 24.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Zappe. He's got right on the short throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
here's Zappe. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit Lions.
Zappe. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Lions first down.
Now Zappe. Now he'll tuck, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Zappe to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Zappe to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now Zappe. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Packers, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.